If you are buying a Tampa Bay home built before 1970, there is a reasonable chance the water supply lines inside the walls are galvanized steel pipe. They may look fine from the outside. The problem is on the inside, and what is happening on the inside has been happening for decades before you arrived. This is the decision every investor in older Tampa Bay housing stock eventually faces. Replace it now or leave it. Here is the framework to make that call correctly. What galvanized pipe is and how it fails. Galvanized steel pipe is steel pipe coated with zinc, the standard residential water supply material in the United States from the 1930s through the late 1960s. The zinc coating was designed to prevent corrosion of the steel underneath. It works, until it doesn't. Water flowing through the pipe slowly erodes the zinc coating from the inside. Once the zinc is gone, the exposed steel corrodes. Rust and mineral deposits accumulate on the interior walls, progressively narrowing the pipe's bore. A 3/4-inch galvanized line that was full diameter at installation can be reduced to a pinhole opening after 60 years of service. The pipe does not look different from the outside until it fails through the wall. The lead risk. The corrosion issue is serious. The lead issue is a health emergency. Older Tampa Bay homes, those built before 1986, frequently have a combination of galvanized pipe and lead-containing components. Lead service lines from the street to the house, lead solder at copper joints, or lead-lined fittings. As water moves through these systems, lead particles deposit inside the corrosion buildup within the galvanized pipe. The galvanized pipe traps that lead. Even after the original lead source, the service line or solder, is removed, the trapped lead inside the galvanized pipe continues to leach into drinking water. The EPA's lead and copper rule now classifies galvanized pipe that was downstream of a lead service line as a galvanized requiring replacement, GRR, service line. In a home with children, this is not a repair budget conversation. It is a health conversation. The signs that galvanized is failing. 5 indicators. First, reduced water pressure, particularly at upper floors or fixtures far from the main, where the narrowed pipe delivers less flow. Second, discolored water, yellow, orange, or brown tint that clears after running the tap, indicating rust particles shedding from the interior. Third, uneven pressure between fixtures. 2 faucets running simultaneously shows a dramatic pressure drop. Fourth, visible corrosion at exposed sections, near the water heater, in the utility room, at shutoff valves. Fifth, age alone. A Tampa Bay home built in 1955 has galvanized pipe that is over 70 years old. It does not need visible symptoms to be at end of life. What the Florida Building Code says. FBC P2906 lists the approved materials for water supply and distribution systems. Galvanized steel pipe is not on the list for new installation. It cannot be installed new under current code. What already exists in the walls can legally remain. Existing systems are not required to be replaced solely because the code has moved past them. However, when a permit is pulled for any plumbing work, the permitted scope must meet current code. If galvanized pipe is within the scope of permitted work, it must be replaced with a listed material. A permit pulled to add a bathroom in a home with galvanized supply can trigger the requirement to repipe the entire affected section. Replace it or leave it. The framework. Leave it if pressure is normal, water is clear, no visible corrosion, no lead history, and you are pricing the remaining life expectancy into your hold or exit timeline. Replace it if any of the 5 failure signs are present. The home was built before 1970 and the pipe has never been replaced. You are doing any permitted plumbing work. You are planning to sell to an FHA or VA buyer. Both loan types frequently require repiping as a condition of financing. Or your insurance carrier has flagged the galvanized supply. Some Florida carriers refuse to write new policies on homes with galvanized water supply or surcharge the premium significantly. Replacement options and what they cost in Tampa Bay. PEX, cross-linked polyethylene, is the most common repiping material in Florida today. It is flexible, corrosion-resistant, approved under FBC P2906, and significantly faster to install than rigid pipe because it can be fished through walls with minimal demolition. A full repipe of a typical Tampa Bay 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with PEX runs approximately $4,000 to $10,000, depending on accessibility, layout, and the contractor. Copper is the premium option. Longer lifespan, no flexibility concerns, but higher material and labor cost. CPVC is a cost-effective rigid alternative. All three are FBC P2906 listed. All three are a better answer than galvanized pipe that is entering its 7th or 8th decade of service. The investor calculation. A Tampa Bay 1960s home with original galvanized pipe and a full repipe at $7,000 is a home where the plumbing system is known, verified, and no longer a liability at inspection, appraisal, or insurance underwriting. A home with original galvanized that you leave in place is a home where the buyer's inspector will flag it, the lender may condition the loan on replacement, the insurance carrier may surcharge or decline, and you will be disclosing known galvanized supply under Florida Statute Section 689.261. Price the repipe into the acquisition. Do it under permit. Do it with PEX. Close the permit before you list. Galvanized pipe is not a cosmetic issue. It is a pressure issue, a water quality issue, a lead issue, a financing issue, and an insurance issue, all housed inside walls that look completely normal from the outside. Share this with every investor looking at Tampa Bay's older housing stock. Subscribe for more Florida Building Code for investors and watch the full Flip File series.